Alright, and welcome back to the Bleeding Edge Watch Zone Misfits. How the heck are you? Today we are going to be doing Power Collection on one of my favorite maps of all time since this game has actually happened, Sky Garden, in terms of its actual level design and all that, right? But do not forget that we also have VIP as the modifier. In case you don't know what it is that you're watching, however, this is the Bleeding Edge Watch Zone where two teams of 4 get in to beat the everlasting crap out of each other, all for the sake of fun as well as, well, let's be honest, brownie points and humiliation. But speaking of which, on those teams, we have, starting off very good, Dos Pogo, who's a Bleeding Edge MVP that I've seen several times, as well as Bad Baroska, as well as Sugi Osi Epa, Sugi Oak. I'm gonna call you Sugi for the rest of this game, dude. As well as Faded One playing as Nidhogger. But relax, because on the blue team, who's looking very low in health and in a very serious situation, we have Poison Scorpion, who's gonna have to take some time to come back in. As well as Nemesis playing as Kulav, as well as Unpriced Break, who's gonna have to spend some time to come back in as well. And finally, we have Solo VY Oof, who's playing as Buttercup. And probably did not mean to do that for the most part. Probably thought that this was an objective control situation. But then again, regardless of which, this is the Bleeding Edge Watch Zone where just about anything can and will happen. Speaking of can and will, Kulav will get eliminated with that much damage being applied. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it is 1-14. Red team's looking so fierce right now, I have to say. Red team's looking incredibly fierce. And just like that, Red team's gonna try to do their first method of actually trying to collect. 1-20 right now. Solo, oof, looking for a wall pin. Ashley manages to get it. Gets it on Faded One, but Faded One actually lays down his flame. He is being healed at the same time by Azriel on his team. Alright, so now Red team starting to look very aggressive now. Like I said, Red team's starting to be the aggressive. Yeah. Just like that. So we have Poison Scorpion, who does not have a power-up, but he's going to do whatever he can at a distance. Actually gets a hit on Faded One, and just like that, he's going to try to go up against Bad Baroska, but Bad Baroska hits him with a graffiti spray and actually doesn't manage to get it. However, Sugi on the Red team, who was playing as Elbastardo, actually switches off to play as Gizmo. Gets a kill on Gizmo for the blue team. Alright, so with that being said, Unpriced Break, looking for a kill, manages to get it. Alright. 4-25. Blue team's gonna stick together on their way out. I can see that Bad Baroska is actually the VIP.
Feel the steel.
Unpriced Break on very low health has to retreat from that situation. Bad Baroska still the VIP, but he is cursed. He's gonna stay at a distance. Buttercup is in so much trouble. She wasn't at first, but all that damage applied at the same time. Buttercup was in so much trouble. Speaking of trouble, Poison Scorpion comes in with a power-up. You better run. Pogo, you had to run from that situation. Bad Baroska is gonna take all the damage in his face. Poison Scorpion's gonna try to get around the corner. Gonna shoot her way up the steps. Just machine gun through everybody. And just like that, pedal to the metal. Alright, with that being said, it is now 7-26. Blue team's holding on to 14 power cells for themselves. And just like that, I actually just realized Red team is actually missing the 4th member of their team. Blue team's gonna be able to stick together for the most part, but Red team is gonna have to do a little bit of an uphill push. Granted, they do have 26 on the score, but blue team holding on to 14 power cells. Someone hits the flame trap, but doesn't actually happen the way that they want.
Ride the lightning.
Poison Scorpion was actually in a very serious situation. Is he gonna be able to get this kill? Yes! Correction, Poison Scorpion is the one who's going to be killed. Faded One was in a bad situation, holding on to those 3 power cells, and is the VIP. Completely turned that situation around. With that being said, red team's gonna try to actually continue this game. But keep in mind, however, they're still missing a fourth member of their team. Blue team is actually still in the better situation to win this fight. Pogo, however, very low in health, has to retreat as much as she possibly can. Doesn't have a portal ready just yet. Actually gets eliminated, tries to go through it, but it doesn't work in her favor. Nidhogger on the red team. Coming into Avenger's teammate. But it's not going to happen with an easy 3v1. Alright, 22 to 30. This is where blue team starts to pull back. Who is getting chased? Ah, that was bad for Oscar.
I am so proud of me.
Alright, so red team looking for a kill. Did not mean to get that pin. He went to tag, but he didn't mean to get pinned by Makuto in the same situation. However, if I had to say it, Makuto is probably going to be eliminated on the blue team. Slowly but surely, yes. As well as bad for Oscar. And just like that, we have a 1v1 against Pogo and Unpriced Break, who's letting those blades go. Speaking of let it go, Poison Scorpion's getting a shot off on Faded Scorpion. Sorry, Faded one. And that's going to be it. Alright, 25 to 31. Player names are starting to confuse me a little bit, but it's all good. Alright, so C is going to be the main objective, and I can see Pogo is going to try to hover around it. Can't let blue get into it that easy. Pogo in a very serious situation. Gets a wing blast, and however, that actually did not work. Let's do a little bit of a rewind. Just for the record. That wing blast did hit, but if you look, Unpriced Break still survived and managed to get it out of there. Alright, that was actually a very good play. Pogo, however, has to get out of there. Yes, indeed they are. Gonna try to do a 1v3. They're gonna try their hardest and try to push up this mountain. But speaking of pushing up mountains, Gizmo's gonna pop alt. She's gonna just immediately light up Buttercup. Albastardo on the blue team. Let the nightmare begin. And just like that, Buttercup on the red team gets eliminated. Pogo was now in a very serious situation, holding on to 4 power cells. Cannot let those power cells drop. It's 31 to 31. Poison Scorpion. He's gonna try to come back in, but no, Pogo says not that easy. Gets bamboozled, and just like that, David's gonna come in, tag her up. If I had to say it, this is probably gonna be it. No, Pogo with the quickest movement I've ever seen from an Azrael player. Not gonna go out that easy. Keep in mind, red team's still looking for the 4th member on their team. 38 to 41. I can see Albastardo is looking on for something. Yeah, Solo's gonna go for 1v1. Poison Scorpion's gonna try to do some damage at a distance. Alright, just like that, both teams are gonna stick together. Red team, very much so. Ooh, nice wall pin, David. However, David, very low in health, sitting in Kulev's circle, gets eliminated. Those Pogo has to retreat from that situation as well. Oh, I just realized there's a 4th member on the red team who goes by the name of David. Glad I actually paid attention to that in that situation. Oh, and as we look, blue team just lost a lot of their members. So if I had to say it, this is probably going to be where that push and pull comes in a little bit. Meko tried to get a 1v1 against Gizmo, but it didn't happen that easy. Gizmo's got another 1v1. Those turrets aren't going to be able to help her unless she gets into the right range. Gizmo getting smacked around and hit. Tries to bounce her up. Poison Scorpion in a very serious situation. Buttercup comes in to try to help, but Makuto is just on a hunt. Buttercup goes for a yank, but I don't think it hits. Makuto's still on a hunt. Gets the kill on Poison Scorpion. Nemesis becomes the VIP. And Pogo now holding on to 10 power cells. Shadow Strike is out on the red team, but Damon on the blue team gets hit a little bit. And just like that, a serious turn of back and forth. Solo does Crazy Blaze, but doesn't actually mean to get pinned. Damon definitely looking for a hunt. Definitely on the hunt. Doesn't get the graffiti spray, but he decides to get everything else. He's going to spend his time. He's going to back off a little bit, get that power up, and then he's going to regroup back with Miko. And they're both going to do a little bit of some 2v1. Someone's going to come in to help, and Kulak comes in right there. There's no way that David can survive. Alright, and with that being said, 48-46. Pogo, the last remaining member of our team. If I had to say it, blue team's gonna probably go in. No, and they choose to ignore. Unpriced Break has 3 power cells. Bad Baroska is gonna try to go invisible. Alright, he's gonna probably try to stay close to his team, probably stick with red team. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen. And you can tell the crowd themselves even like that one. Oh my god, this is why I say, dude, you can't see. Unpriced Break could have won this for his team. They actually had about 38 seconds to still collect, if you remember. But Pogo, however, with such skill, coming in as an angel of death. Watch this. These 3 guys are sitting here collecting the power up. Pogo's gonna come in, do a little bit of some skirmish, immediately mix it up, and just like that, that's how red team takes it. 48-50. Man. I hope that Pogo actually watches this one, because this was actually a very good one. Oh man, granted, he or she was there. She was there, but you know. Alright, I'm gonna start off with Pogo for that one, dude. On the red team, we have Pogo going 7-2 with 9,000 damage taken and 17 on the objective score, as well as Bad Baroska going 10-7 with 8 killing blows, as well as David going 1-2. I forget who was also on the red team just now, but it's all good, because on the blue team we have Poison Scorpion going 11-5 with 10,000 damage done, as well as 8 killing blows, as well as Solo V Oof going 7-6, as well as Unpriced Break 9 going 12-3, as well as Nemesis going 10-5 with 9,000 heals. GG's all around. If I've ever said it, this was a great game. 10 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. This was a great game, dude. Just like that, you really did not expect that comeback to happen that solid. Like I said, blue team actually could have won, and I actually thought they were gonna win, but Pogo with such situational awareness, dude, just awareness of what you can do. That was a good easy steal. That was an easy steal for Pogo. That was a very impressive moment just now. And with that being said, you have just bared witness to one of the greatest comebacks in what I would say in probably Bleeding Edge history. Maybe not necessarily for some, but in my opinion, I've never seen someone actually do a triple kill at the very end of the game as Azrael for that Wing Blast. The Wing Blast is like very situational. Obviously, it's like a ring out type of situation, but it can also be used to disrupt the opponent from doing their abilities as well. But to just get a clean ring out like that, come on. Come on, stop telling me that this game is bad. Stop trying. Anyway, what I was trying to say was, if there's anything similar to that you would like me to see or show off for any reason at all, I always like to do these videos for Misfits because this game is actually good, and I like to show off that this game can actually be good at a very low level and a very high level, you know? I wish I had a little bit more time in the oven, but that's just me. Regardless of which, for those of you who know me, I thank you. For those of you who don't know me, it's all good. It's all good. My name is Chaos the Gamer, and I like to do this pretty much a lot. That's pretty much what my channel has been based off of, for the most part. But as always, I'm glad you watched these videos of mine. And yeah, GG's.